provinces, we did a day drive to La Union. It was 3.5 hours going to La Union, 4 hours going back, just to give a 30-minute talk. I did a day drive to Baguio, 4.5 hours to Baguio, 6 hours coming back kasi nabutan na ng rush hour. I spent 10.5 hours on the road just to give a 30-minute talk and just to talk to 100 kids. Why do I inconvene myself? I lost a child to depression 18 months ago. That fatal day. That fatal day of April 21, 2018, I lost my 20-year-old son to depression. A sickness I knew nothing about and did not know existed in my boy. I go from one school to another, even if they call me the day before, I cancel appointments, I cancel anything. Thank you. Because I need to talk to these children. Unfortunately, the friends of my son knew he was suffering from depression. He was suffering for 2 years. And he hid it so well. He wore a mask every day. He was my happiest and my strongest child. 2 weeks before he passed on, we had a family trip. We normally go on family trips, but this was the first that we had it in full-blown family trip, meaning my stepdaughter was there, her husband was there, my son-in-law was there. And every day was so happy. Every day he would always tease me, Mom, it's your turn to buy the wine tonight. Yesterday it was me, you naman, or Dad, you naman, you make libre pizza. Or, he was always the one making the plans. Every single day we would play board games and he was the pinakamagulo. I did not know he was texting his friends, saying that he was so depressed and he wanted to come home. I tell the children today that when you have a friend, you need to call for help. You can't keep this between or amongst just you people. 4 days before I lost my son, his friend died by suicide. He texted me, I was at work, and he said, Mom, I'm not coming home tonight because my friend died. I need to go to the wake. It was Tuesday morning. I said, what happened? And who? He said, my friend Eddie. He hanged himself. I said, no, you need to come home. We need to talk. So I was cooking, and in the kitchen counter, I was talking to him and my 60-year-old daughter then, and I said, I hope you kids are not thinking of suicide. And with that face, he even said, Ma, duh, as if I would do that, hello. I had a full-blown 30-minute conversation on suicide with my kids. And I lost him 4 days after. I presented his case to the doctors. Apparently, he was already suffering from clinical depression. At the time that I spoke to him, he was already battling with suicide. I am so grateful to people like Tita Jean for making this stand, for coming up with Hopeline. We are currently working together. I have plans. I don't know much about mental health. I'm getting to know more about it. I'm studying it. I read a lot about it because I have other children to think of. And I'm really just giving all my time now, and I'm working with Tita Jean. We had a meeting last week with 2 mayors. We have plans of putting up wellness centers. I think we lack help. We lack doctors. I put up a Facebook account and an Instagram account for my son. It's called YOLO by Renzo Santay. And I can't handle it anymore because every day I'm getting 1,000,001 letters from children. I have people who write me, 12 years old, 13 years old, they are battling with suicide and they have no money. They have no money. They have nowhere to go. The parents don't even believe them. Stigma is starting at home. So I am here standing in front of all of you advocating that if you have friends who are suffering from depression, we all have responsibility to save lives. Let us not downplay depression or call them names. Let us be there for them. Your presence can heal a grieving spirit, comfort a dying soul, warm a cold heart, lift a dying spirit. It can act as medicine to those who are fighting an invisible war. It can beautify the bearer. Your presence can bring so much love to one human being. Be there and watch yourselves change the world. You see, humans have an innate will to live. I believe that to take one's life, by definition, is an act of a mental condition. Now, since Jesus was compassionate to the sick, we must show the same compassion to them. Let us stop calling them names like weirdo or coward. We have no idea how hard these people fought to stay alive. What we saw is just the tail end of their lives. And you know what the truth is? The truth is our chances of standing as strong as them is close to zero. So let's break the stigma and break the silence. Stigma doesn't start with them, it starts with us. World Health Organization has come out with statistics. We are losing 800,000 people worldwide year after year. And if that number is not being appreciated, let's break it down. That's one life every 40 seconds. A big chunk of that goes to 15 to 29 years old. And right now, as I speak, at this very moment, we just lost one person to suicide in some part of the world. Oh, and by the way, that person could have been a child. Could have been a 10-year-old. And I need to start counting another 40 seconds from now when we are about to lose another child. And another one, and another one, and another one. Until when are we going to sit back in silence and watch these people take their lives one after another? Would you join us in being part of the generation that breaks the silence? Would you join us in being the strong voice of the silent epidemic? I didn't come here to just speak to media people. Statistics show that for every group of 5, there is one person now suffering from depression, and with this kind of a crowd, there are at the very least, 3 people that are battling with suicide, suffering from a condition. I didn't come here to speak to a crowd. I came here to speak to you. Yes, you, the 3 people or more who are battling with suicide. I came here to speak to you, to hear my story, to keep fighting. And it doesn't matter if it's a crowd of 1 or a crowd of 10,000, I would still choose to be here. I would still choose you because I want you to know, and I would have wanted my son to know, you matter. You are worthy, and you are loved. So please don't ever stop fighting the good fight and keep letting your light shine. Thank you, Tita G, for having me, and for all of you for your time, for being here. I just want to thank you for sharing this advocacy with us and for being part of it.
Will be our second ambassador of hope, and now you know what she is. Let's all be with her, be with us. Everyone, every 10 peso, every 20 peso, every 1 million that we get means a lot. Because for us to do our programs and to do Sheila's dream, that we can go to the places where they can afford. They really can't. The people who call us, they can't afford. And in spite of the MH law, RA 11036, we don't feel at all the movement amongst the least fortunate, the less fortunate. We don't feel it. We don't feel it. So I don't know how Department of Health is going to implement this law. That's why I have Tutsi here, because maybe she can give a little voice to Sunny, her husband, Sunny Angara, who succeeded in having the anti-bullying law. So it's very special. Tutsi itself is special.